Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 141st episode of Tuesdays with Tobe. My name is Tobe Frierson, and as I say each week, I'm thrilled to be back before you again today with another message. If you had an opportunity to watch last week's message, number one, I was in the same spot. So right now, I am thrilled. I am holding myself accountable for this period of rest and downtime and being rejuvenated. And I told you all I was gonna stop bouncing around everywhere doing all the things because it's really time to kind of hone in. It's the end of the year. We just turned seasons. That's what last week's message was about. The season's changing, and we've got 90 days until the end of 2023. And so focus is really important right now. Of course, rest and relaxation and rejuvenation, all the things that I don't necessarily do so well, and maybe some of you struggle with those things as well. Those things are necessary as we close out a year. And some of us have things on our list that maybe we've kind of sort of checked off. It's a half of a check, it's not complete. And so we need to be hustling up towards the end of December. And so if you didn't watch that message, go back one week, check it out, and then get ready today as we talk about how to show up for yourself. I'm gonna give you three tangible ways in which you can show up for yourself. But before we do that, as we do each week, I want you to say our family rules. So this time you're gonna have to just repeat after me because you can't look behind me because they're not there. But during Tuesdays with Tobe, we will use kind words. Do your best. Always be honest. Forgive and forget. Be happy. Count your blessings. Laugh at yourself. Stay positive and love one another. So as you all consider what I just said about 3 ways to show up for yourself, let me just start with a simple question. As you think about that task, as you think about that expression, do you actually know how to show up for yourself? What does that look like for you? Well, the first thing I want to start us off with when we talk about how to show up for ourselves, we got to learn how to take care of our basic needs. And when I say our basic needs, I am in this sense talking about our physical body. So one particular way in which we can take care of our basic needs is we got to stay hydrated. This body is fully made of water. I think 75% of our bodies are water. And so we need proper hydration, proper water intake. And that's insanely important if we're talking about taking care of ourselves. We also need sleep. You all, I know some of us say, oh, I can go off of 4 hours. If I get me a good solid 4 hours, I'm great. And if I can cat nap that next day, I'll be good. Y'all, our bodies are made to sleep, not just rest. And let me tell you how I know this to be true. While our bodies are sleeping, it's actually a way that everything kind of comes back together and our bodies are essentially healing itself or repairing itself or fixing those things that kind of need to be back in line. So we've got proper hydration. We actually need to sleep. The third thing we need to do to take care of our basic needs, and these are talking about physical needs, we got to move our bodies. Don't do my dance moves. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, you all. But we need to be moving our bodies. And everybody's moving your body is going to look different. All of us are not going to have a gym membership. All of us aren't signing up for a 5K, half marathon, full marathon, triathlon, right? That's not what I mean. But are we doing more than just walking into the door, walking into work, walking up the stairs if our home happens to have stairs? Are there any other ways in which we're moving our body? Because that's going to be helpful. That's going to be necessary. And then after that, we need to eat a balanced diet. And so balanced diet is just Google balanced diet. It's going to look different for everyone. Some of us, due to dietary restrictions or allergies or other things, can only eat certain things. But these are all things we need to do to take care of our basic needs. And so that's number one. That's the first thing that I kind of wanted to share with us as we talk about how to show up for yourself. This next one, I want us to be able to spend quality time with ourselves. I am guilty of never really knowing how to do that. One tangible way or a couple of ways in which we can spend quality time with ourselves, we can read, we can sit in silence and solitude and try to practice meditation, just literally like try to quiet everything down. We can write. Journaling or writing or just even scribbling, that can be so helpful as you spend time with yourself. And then we can create. Well, Tobe, what am I supposed to create? I'm not a creator. It depends. It's going to look different for everyone. Some of us can actually write poems. Others of us can create music. Some of us can draw and create in those types of ways. It's going to look different. And then back to this moving your bodies. Some of you are so skilled and talented enough, you can literally come up with routines and dance moves and things of that nature. But spending quality time with ourselves, that's one good way to be able to be in tune with kind of who you are and what you're all about. And then the last thing I want to leave you with in terms of how to show up for yourself, right? That's what we're talking about today. This last thing is key. I want you all to start over and start over and start over and over and over again. Like, what? Why do we have all these starts? What are you talking about? Many of us will count ourselves out on, I'm not good at fill in the blank. I can never do fill in the blank. Like, we count ourselves out for things because we tried it once or we tried it a couple times, and since it didn't quite work out, like maybe it worked out for Sally or Sue or for Joe, since it didn't work out for us in that same way, we never tried it again. I want to encourage you today in terms of showing up for yourself that you can start one time and it can fail, and then you can do what we call failing forward. And failing forward is getting yourself right back in the game and trying over and over and over again until you conquer that thing, until you get it right. And so as we kind of combine these two messages last week and this week, we literally have 90 days left in 2023. We're in the last quarter of the year, if you want to talk about it in those terms. But we still have time. 90 days is a significant amount of time. Y'all ever heard of 90 Day Fiance? Okay, I went too far. By the way, I was on that show. I'm not kidding about that. I was on that show. We can do this. We can literally figure out how to take these 3 things that I've said to us today. How to go back and take care of our basic needs. How to spend time with ourselves by reading, by writing, by creating. And we can definitely learn how to fail forward or learn how to start over and over and over again as we try to figure out how to show up for ourselves. Hey, I really appreciate you all joining me for this short talk. When I tell you I'm proud of myself because you don't see my camera showing you all the things right now, I'm literally back in the same spot, relaxed. But hey, as I say each week, I want you all to get something out of this. I hope you are. Please like, share, and subscribe. And hey, go have a wonderful week of figuring out how you can show up for yourself. Take care. I'll see you back here next Tuesday.